And we're learning new information on the three unidentified objects shot down over North America in recent days. This as senators are receiving a classified briefing from President Biden, from the President Biden administration today.
Senate Republicans, have criticized the president for a lack of transparency about where the objects are coming from and what exactly they are. The U.S. shot down one of those objects over the water of Lake Huron on Sunday. A separate object flew over Canada's Yukon territory just a day earlier. And on Friday, the U.S. military also downed an object flying over Alaska. All of these balloon watches happen after a suspected Chinese spy balloon was shot down over the South Carolina coast on February 4th.
Well, joining us now to talk more UFOs, but not aliens, as the administration has been making clear, is CBS News senior White House and political correspondent Ed O'Keefe. Ed, National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said today that it is possible the three objects shot down over the weekend were not Chinese spying devices. But what's the latest? What could they be, if not UFO or the balloons?
Yeah, it's still unclear, Lilia, and part of the reason is because the U.S. military, the Canadian military, haven't been able to reach the sites where these three were shot down. The northern coast of Alaska, a remote tundratic area, Yukon, it's incredibly rural and remote, and in the case of the one shot over Lake Huron, it fell on the Canadian side into the water, and so the search for what remains of those three items continues, but by signaling it's probably not the Chinese, then it's just a question of, well, what is it? And was it commercial? Was it something else? Was it sent by another foreign country? Unless or until debris is recovered, it may be harder to know that.
No, everybody's having a lot of fun with this story. And the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff acknowledged today that the U.S. military's first shot at the unidentified object flying over Lake Huron actually missed the target. Is that concerning? And what other information are we learning about these objects?
Well, in the case of what Chairman Milley said today, he said they had to fire two missiles at it. The first one that missed landed in Lake Huron, a pretty sizable body of water, and appears to have caused no harm. What we know in that case is that the object was octagonal in structure and had strings coming off of it. The first one in Alaska was kind of like a metallic balloon. And so, that again is on site by the pilots who saw them before shooting them down or if they passed around them. And again, they're going in pretty fast fighter jets trying to pass and identify something that's quite smaller. And so, we'll just have to wait and see what more information we learn. We do know now senators have been briefed by the head of NORAD, by other military and national security officials. Coming out of those meetings, they seem relatively pleased with what they know so far. And some, yes, joking that at least it's not the extraterrestrial variety of flying objects, but still unclear what exactly they could be.
Well, before we continue playing guessing games about what is octagonal and has strings attached, let's shift gears, if you will, to talk about Nikki Haley, who's announced, as we just saw in this first ad, that she is the first Republican to challenge President Trump's 2024 bid. How significant is this? What are you thinking?
That's right. It's not official until the glossy, overproduced video is released, and it was today, ahead of an announcement she's expected to make tomorrow in Charleston, South Carolina, where her campaign will be based. Significant because she is the first major Republican to take on the former president. Remember, we've been waiting to see who's willing to do it, how soon, when, and in what form can we anticipate the former president will strike back. And his team reminding us what we have also called out, and that is that she said in an interview a few years ago she wouldn't challenge him if he opted to run again. She's clearly changed her mind. She has a history of changing her mind on things. And so we'll see tomorrow when she makes her announcement what it looks like and who else may jump in and when they decide to jump in. She'll head to New Hampshire and Iowa in the coming days.
A bold move by a one-time ally of the former president. All right, Ed O'Keefe, thank you as always.